We're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna talk about all that. We're gonna talk because I tell you right now, we have a lot of good conversations in here.
You gonna switch it to all right. So
I'm applying on the side right now.
You got me
speaking.
Hold on. Okay.
No. Ooh, dang. Ooh, Lord. Man, my voice is irritating.
Did you say your voice?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Hi, everybody. We're here. I'm here with my partner, Whip.
What up,
Here
though?
at Speed Dating with my partner, Lala. Hey, how you doing? And she over there just walking around. Where's my wine at?
So this time I'm taking over Lala and the Man Show. We are here from Westland Mini Mall for Find the Bay Speed Dating, and we want to talk to some of these people. Let's switch around some of the daters we had here today. So, what's your name?
My name is Tara.
So, have you ever did speed dating before?
No, it's my very first time.
Did you enjoy
I've been
it?
to singles events, but not this.
Okay, did you enjoy yourself?
Yes, it was fun.
Okay.
And I did apply singles date in Detroit, so please approve my application.
We got you. Now we got over here.
Alicia,
Now tell a little bit about yourself, Miss Alicia.
25, work at a bank. I'm also awkward in front of the camera.
Let me see the camera.
Take care of that, boss man.
No, hold on, no, go back. Camera loves her. I don't see why you go awkward.
Now we got another one over here. Talk to us.
Hello, my name is Marissa, 25, and I am single. Single.
So what do you do?
I work in logistics, also working on my own cosmetic line. Look out for MAM Beauty Company. There it is.
Y'all heard that?
Okay.
Now y'all know that y'all heard of this gentleman right here. This is Mr. Brandon. He came out tonight. Brandon, well, in case they don't know who you are.
So, what? Huh? You need to slow down, man. You smaller words.
In case they don't know who you are, Brandon, talk to you.
About what?
All right.
You give me the baby stuff. Look at him. He gonna hit them.
Well, I'm gonna pass the mic back to these guys.
Okay. Hello, everybody. So, as you guys know, this is gonna be like a quick little introduction. We're gonna do a little round table here because we're gonna let these young ladies vent because they have issues with us guys. I don't know why, because we're perfect. But we're gonna ask anything that you guys want to talk about. If you guys have anything, we can talk. Lala's here to give her commentary, and she knows she's gonna be wrong because I'm always right.
Oh my God. That's already on
Okay, no, I'm just serious.
He needs more fun.
Okay, so all right, so young ladies, this is a round table. So first and foremost, anything you ladies, hold on, how can I switch? There we go. Anything you ladies want to vent about men and dating in the what century we in?
Millennium?
Yeah, there you go.
In the 2000s.
What's the biggest hurdle that you think you have?
I would say finding a man my age, and I'm in my 40s, that's well together, that has his own place, his own car. I run to men my age that live at home. And I'm like, what in the world? I'm dead serious. It's tough out here dating at this age, in this time. It's very different. Don't know what it is, but a lot of men seem to be like very afraid and don't want to, venture out. Like, for example, in the speed dating event today, it was only 3 men versus how many women? I mean, that alone. And most of my male friends complain that they can't find the right woman. We're all
I complain about that.
I dance on the side when I go to hustle events.
Of course, that's Whip. Of course, Whip has got to see.
Dancing. There are tons of women and not enough men. So that right there is another example.
If my co-host don't stop co-signing.
So that's, there's more and there's more. Obviously, there's more women than men, but the men need to go where the women are. I mean, we're out here. It's just, where are the men? That's the question.
Okay.
So, sorry.
No, that's like, because we hear that all the time.
Because here, since I got back into the dating world, that seems to be the big question that I've been asking. Where do I go to meet
Yeah, where do we go? Because
Where do the women hang out that are either looking to date a man my age or are my
Well,
age?
most, like I said, the hustle dancing events are usually women 40 and above that go to those events, or 35 and above. So that's one place. I mean, you go to a dance club or something like that. That's where you can meet.
okay, so
women
I'm about
there.
to say because again, I partied a lot in my life, a hell of a lot. What if I don't like to dance? I mean, I'm not a dancer. That's not what I do. I don't go to church.
Okay.
Hold on for a second.
Okay.
This young lady made a face and a half
Her face in there.
when I said I don't go to church. I don't.
I mean, seriously. That's another place we can find eligible women. Tons in church.
All right, okay.
Okay, so I'm not going to go there
No,
because we're not going to talk about religion. Let's not go about religion.
No,
Let's not go there.
I got to
Just saying where the women are at.
Okay, no, I respect that.
And without being rude or anything, but being just totally honest, if you're going to church to meet women, you're in there for the wrong reason.
That's a
I agree
good
with you. I
point.
agree
Good
with you.
point.
Your
Another excuse for me not to go to
intentions
church.
should be A lot purer than that.
If you're going to church, then you need to be there to worship what your God, whatever God you have chosen as your patron deity. That is who you need to be focused on when you walk through the church doors.
So why don't you agree?
Because you go to places. I'm not saying men is the first thing on my list, when I'm going to church. But why not find somebody I already know goes, I know where he's at, I know his interests, his align with mine. I don't see why, who doesn't. I mean, you're in the same settings, you're in the same groups. Eventually, you'll find somebody that you.
Okay, that's fair, but we're talking about the difference between meeting someone at church, when you're talking about just meeting someone, it doesn't have to be where you chose this as the venue for your search. It can be something that just happens organically. I think we're talking more specifically about people who choose to go to church just to look for one.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Okay, I respect that. Man, he dropping knowledge.
Yeah, it's pretty deep, Brandon.
That was deep. Deeper. That's pretty deep. Getting my doggone nerves. I'm supposed to be the deep one. What you said? How can I? Let's not go there.
Yeah, we're not talking
Because
like
I'm very
down
arrogant.
on
No, just
somebody
kidding.
because of their religion.
I respect. In all honesty, I respect all religions. I do. I'm very spiritual. I just don't like religion. I just don't like churches and all that stuff. But that comes from, my bitterness and my pain
There's
from
a
the
difference
past.
between being spiritual and being religious.
Yeah,
Big
definitely,
difference.
definitely. Because I believe in God, I love God, and I know God is watching over it. Because I've gone through hell in my life sometimes, so I know God's watched over. But enough of that. Okay, so now Alicia.
My view is, I don't care what you believe as long as you don't care what I believe.
Okay, so Alicia. Alicia is going to join our group soon.
Hi.
What's your
Such a cutie pie.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have a question for Alicia since you want to just butt on in?
Yes, Alicia. What have you ran into with being your age and guys that are your age? Like, what are some of the problems? And would you prefer dating older?
Ooh, that's a damn good question.
Ooh, that's a really good
I
question.
love Lala.
Okay, so as far as dating older, I had never really thought about it until like the last year or two because of just what I'm running into.
What are you running into? Talk to me.
So right now, being a millennial, dating is very social media based.
Right.
And so now, like just the other day, it was a guy, barely knew him. We went on about a date. He wanted to go hang at the house. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm good because I don't want to hang in the house. I want to go out.
Right.
That's what I want to do. I want to date. And I want to date traditionally and get to know you. Like, I don't feel like we know each other well enough to be all up in your house because guarantee you're not coming in mine.
Right.
So that's where it's kind of frustrating now because, you say that to a man and then it's like, oh, well, you think I'm a serial killer? You think I'm a murderer? You think I'm going to do something to you? Like, first off, I don't know you. I don't know your intentions. So I would like to date out. But even if I didn't think you were a murderer or anything, I want to be out. I want to be loved out loud. I don't want to be like sitting
The secret lover.
I got my own. I told him I have my own place.
Right.
I have my own place. If I want to chill, I'm tired. I'm a full-time worker. If I want to chill somewhere, I could go to my own home where I pay bills. I'm gonna sit in your house for.
You're compelling
but
a
if you're-
trophy to be put on the shelf.
Yeah, I'm like, no. Now, if we're in a relationship, of course, that's fine. I have no problem with sitting in a house. I'm actually a homebody myself. But as far as dating goes, I'm not gonna sit in your house with you and do nothing and watch the same movies I probably haven't seen already.
Especially the
and
first
chill.
date.
The first day.
Or they want to do more than
I've
just
been
sit.
seeing that.
They want to do other things in the
And
house.
that's another thing. You're gonna be expecting something.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. I'm not. If that's your intentions, then that's fine. I just gotta let you know that I'm not what you're looking for. And so when I did with the young man the other day, it was a problem. He said he was gonna fall back. I said, have a nice life, and then that's that. I'm not gonna lie about it.
So here's my questions. Let's say you're in a relationship, okay, and he doesn't acknowledge you on social media. You're not friends on social media, not friends on Facebook. Is that a problem? And why is that a problem?
I don't know about friends. I don't know how I feel about the not friends, but not acknowledging me on social media, that's not a problem for me. Because I don't really share my personal life. Social media for me is fun.
Memes, jokes,
jokes
stuff like that.
and stuff like that. My personal life,
Let me pause you right quick. Please remember that when you join the group and you see my post. All right, go on.
Oh, Lord. I was with a man for 5
That one's
years, and it
another
was all about the show. And, with it being about the show, you do a lot of fronting on social media. I want to make sure we're good. Social media is not more important than the relationship. And I feel like doing all of that just, complicates things. I like to keep it low key for a while. I'm really not looking to post anybody until my husband, to be honest. So
Hold on. Message.
that's that
I
on
agree. It's
that.
good not to broadcast until you're really serious with
Yeah,
someone.
until you're serious.
Yeah.
I like that.
When I was in my prior relationship, I posted everything. Oh, you did this for me. Oh, you brought a magazine. Oh, you did.
You brought magazine.
And but see, I'm showing all these women how good my guy is. Like, I don't need to do all of that. No. And it's not. And I felt like doing all the social media stuff, I was doing it more for other people to see, and I wanted to get the focus off of that. So now, no, it's not really important.
It's a relationship, not a PR campaign.
Exactly. So
He over here dropping jewels and stuff. Man. Ooh, that will be a post tomorrow on the group. Real talk.
Well, no,
Woo.
I'm serious.
Make sure-
And I get what she's talking about, because you got all these people, they've got to treat Facebook like their own personal tabloid diary of their life. Every time they get this from some dude or that from some chick, there's always bragging about it on there, or some variation thereof. I imagine your side of the fence is about as fed up with it as I am. It's ridiculous.
And then-
Everything I do doesn't go online.
Right.
Why should everything that we do go
Especially
online?
love life should be kept off the book, in my opinion.
honestly,
the love
yes.
life.
Yeah, what you aren't willing
Because
to show on a date.
Because I've
in
had Facebook
public,
friends that
in
share their
person.
sexual, what they do, and I'm
Yes.
like, I don't want to see, I don't want to hear all that, I want to see all that.
Certain friends, I wouldn't mind doing that, but
yeah.
That's not appropriate.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
I'm
something
looking
you
for
should
a
keep
me and
private.
you thing. I'm not looking for me, you,
Me,
and everybody
you,
else.
and
Me, you,
me.
and your mama.
Let's see.
Too.
Also, everybody got their own standards. What you might allow, she might not allow. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got their own standard. So if you're in a relationship where he's okay with you guys bragging on each other, then that's fine. But if you're in a relationship where he doesn't, like, okay, I don't feel good about that going on, then you have to respect
Exactly.
his personal on his end and not do it. That's where respect comes in at. And I think that's like a lost art today, like not respecting the person fully. And I don't give a damn what the government say. I'm still entitled to my privacy.
Thank you.
And I'm going to take my privacy. Personal, so, and then another thing too, when I was asking her about the age range, because even me dating, I run into guys that's around your age, 25, and they be like, I'm looking for an older woman because these younger girls, they don't do this, or they're all about money, or they want to trap me, and it's just a whole bunch of drama. And they trying to get away from that drama. So then they're seeking out older women because they're a little bit more established. But I'm listening to you. You have a lot of wisdom. So that lets me know that it's like half and half. Every young girl out here is not looking for that. There's young women your age that's about their shit. And you know what you want. You have boundaries. And that's a good thing to have. Boundaries.
Hold on, she over here running mouth. So first and foremost, hold on for a second.
Hold on a minute.
Hold
on.
I'm going there, but
Freddie,
she
said we are one point, but I also think a big portion of that has to do with the extended childhood that, and this is not a knock against millennials and forward, but being allowed to be as immature as some are past the age of 18, I don't think it's it's as much a function of society as it is a function of poor parenting at this point. It's a parent's job to teach the child to be independent and to know how to take care of themselves properly. If you don't know how to do that, you got to figure that out. After you out from under mom and daddy's wing, then they did something wrong somewhere, and you're having to go back as an adult and correct their mistakes on your own.
Right.
And half the time, you don't even have any help doing it.
Okay, before I start venting again.
Okay.
Because again, I'm still bitter. So
5 minutes.
It wasn't 5 minutes.
About the 5 minutes. Explain that.
I wish y'all was here because this speed date is fun as hell. It's enjoyable, real talk. But that 5 minutes, she had it down to 3. I was calling shenanigans. I sit down. Hey, how you doing? I'm Fred. What's your name? Move.
You were saying it too slow. I'm
You must have been unjustly targeted because I didn't have that issue.
You know what? Just because I'm a slow mover, slow motion.
Right.
You gotta cover
Right.
a lot in a little time.
You got to be able to exchange, man. You got to be able to listen and talk at the same time.
I can't do that. I talk too much. I talk too much. Y'all gonna find that out in the group too. Woo! Please don't take anything I say seriously.
Okay.
I'm just being honest. Again, I love the group. I've been in the group for about a year and a half. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. I met some great, because let's say you don't meet your love connection. You're going to meet some great people.
Exactly.
I can tell you that right now. You're going to meet some great people. Because the admins are great. Some of them.
You ain't saying the names, huh?
Oh, no. I'm talking about the other people. I ain't got. Okay, so I'm just talking.
When I went into the group, I was going through a divorce. I'm telling you, like every time I logged on, I was laughing at something. I was like, "Oh my God!" To keep from crying, literally going through hard times. And my best friend is in a group, and I'm like, other people that I meet, like, of course, you're not gonna like everybody, but the point is, like Fred was saying, like when you go in a group, don't look so much seriously as like I'm gonna find somebody. Just relax and have fun. And
come to
you'll be amazed how you'll find somebody just by you relaxing. And it's a lot of people in the group that don't participate, but we always say participate, make a post, who you are, different things like that, and comment. So we'll know it's just interaction.
Yeah.
Why join a group and you're not gonna interact? That's crazy.
Yeah,
Amen.
that makes no sense.
So let's get down to pizza. Pizza. That's how I remember her name because I sat and I talked to her. Because her name Marissa.
No, seriously.
Oh, I'm fat. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Marissa. So yes, I'm gonna catch this L because I was wrong. This is one of the few times. Hold on for a second. Y'all actually gonna hear me admit that I'm wrong.
Okay.
which I don't do because I'm never wrong except for this one time.
Well, he's already said it and repeated it now. That dude, somebody.
You know what? Okay, so
You got this on video now. We can play it back.
There you go.
I'm editing this out.
Oh man, no.
Let's start over. Hold on. Hello. How you pronounce your name? Excuse me, looking down. How you pronounce it? Marissa. Marissa, it was a pleasure meeting you. Okay, so let me ask you a question. So we talked about what's the biggest when you sit here and think about your future, and you talk to these guys. How soon do you talk about when you are ready about your future, about what you want to be? How soon is it? The first date, second date, third date, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months?
As in future, do you mean like marriage?
Yes, future. Where you want to be at? Because 5 years, say you
I
have.
like to talk about it pretty soon because I want to make sure that we have the same goal. I'm not dating just to be out here dating. I'm dating to be married and have kids.
Yeah, with a
That is my
purpose.
ultimate goal. I'm dating with the purpose. So I want to make sure that we are on the same page so we don't waste each other's time. Because I value my time and I like to, spread my time out evenly. So if we're not on the same page, we don't need to waste each other's time. So I do want to say, of course not on the first date, like, hey, do you want to get married? Because I don't want you to think that I'm trying to marry you today. But we do need to have a conversation like, is this your ultimate goal? Not to say that we're going to get married or we're going to be the ones that have kids, but I need to know that we are on the same mindset. So yeah, we gonna talk about it.
Okay.
You don't ask the question. Whatever happens is your fault.
Right.
Dude, I love that. That was something I said in one of the posts. Like, dude, you gonna catch up. So,
Now, do you
Well, you know what they say about assumptions.
they can ask how you
Yeah.
and me. Okay, go on.
Now, do you expect to, like a certain profession that he be in, or like, cause I know like some women they be like, well, I need him to make at least 70 grand a year. I need him. They putting stipulations on, what they want in a spouse. It's like I don't know. It's like
So,
you sewing
if he plays
somebody
video games
together.
all day, is
Right.
that cool?
Right.
Now, when I see that, like if I put my browsing personals and stuff, and I see that like in a profile or something, it's just like next. No, Kate.
So basically, you guys have standards, right?
Of course, absolutely.
Basic standards.
Everybody should. I don't expect anybody to be like, if I'm dating someone my age, I don't expect them to be where they want to be because I'm nowhere near where I want to be. I expect you to have ambition. I expect you to have drive and say, okay, I'm not where I want to be, but
Right.
this is what I'm doing to be where I want to be.
Right.
What if I want to be a rapper and I'm 40? That's cool.
What?
Drop the beat right now. Go.
Right.
I mean, I wish
Okay,
I have.
what
no-
are you doing to say, okay, I want to be a rapper?
Right.
There you go.
Are you sitting on your ass, or are you getting out there?
Are you trying to get a record deal or what?
Networking with people? Are
Yeah,
you
make an
making
effort.
mixtapes? Like, if that's what you want to do, okay, I have no judgment against what you want to do because you may judge me and say, well, why do you want to have your own cosmetic line? Like, are you gonna make money with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, people
make
can
bread with
judge.
that.
Nah,
whatever
I
you
want to
wanna
hear
do.
the rap. I want to hear the rap.
I want to
Before I
know
start
that you're
believing
working
in you.
though. You got
Go,
freestyle
go,
right
go.
now.
I'm telling you, I need to hear the rap. I need to hear the rap.
Right.
Okay. So,
But no, there's no standards for me as well. We've talked about this. We're only 25. Having somebody that makes like whatever thousands of dollars, like I don't expect that kind of thing. It's not realistic at all. My ex made more than I have. The rest of the men I've dated have not made more than me.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna volunteer and say I will be you guys' personal mentor in the group. Nobody is gonna mess with y'all.
little play though.
Take the young
Y'all know me. No.
But yeah, we do need younger women in the group. We
Get
do.
outside of arms.
Because we do have a lot of young guys in there who's like, where are the young ladies at?
Right.
It's a big group. We have what 1,300, 1,400 people.
Yeah, it's like
And I would say in all honesty, we're in 3 figures of people that's active, I think. Off and on. We have long conversations. We had good conversations today. Of course, I was right and everybody else was wrong, but
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, we love ourselves. It's all right.
yeah, but I mean,
Denial is not a river in Egypt.
I mean,
that's deep.
greatness
That's
is
deep.
right here.
Too much information.
So now, what I'd like to do, before we have to head on out, you guys have any questions you want from a male or female? Any questions you guys have want a guy who knows everything, named Fred, to be honest and ask you guys any frustrations you guys have that you would like, dude, why do guys do this? Why do guys do that? And Lala may have some information too.
Right, because she's saying that
Does-
at her age, they don't have
Well, okay, hold on. That's not Lala. Excuse me. I'm a guy. I'm the
I
guy.
can tell you flat out, I'm 46, still single. So it may get better for you, it may not. That's a chance you take.
But I'm about to be honest with people.
I knew he was
Also,
about to say it. I knew he was about to say
we on the same wavelength. Well, two, I think it does get better if you look at yourself and be honest with yourself. I made a ton of mistakes in women I dated. A ton. Lord have mercy, a ton. I look back and I had to look at myself and say, what am I looking for? What do I like?
Right.
Am I looking for, because of course I was looking for that chick with little waist and had a little ratchetness to her. I mean, and that's not me. That's not me. And,
Little ratchetness.
honestly, she was real rat. Back in my day, I love little rat head chicks. Yeah, I mean, rat heads. Yeah, chicken heads, hood rats. I was into that.
Oh, wow.
That's why I have all this gray and I have no hair.
All this gray, he gonna talk about gray.
But I had to look at myself.
We're just getting started, man. You ain't even reached salt and pepper yet. Come on.
On that note,
So yeah, he done took over the show. But
Man right here. Listen to this man.
Look at here.
but what I was saying is that you have to. Yeah, we're kicking this, and this is really what SDID is about. It's talking and kicking it, and just being being silly, and then again bringing some truth into everything. But you have to, as a person, especially as we get older, you have to do some self-reflection. Look into yourself. What am I attracted to? You know what I'm saying? Because in all honesty, flies are attracted to shit. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna get what? Once I've realized that it was on my fault.
Honey too. That's part of the problem for the nice lady.
True, but you have to be able to tell what
Recognize
the type of guy is, because man, we're simple as hell.
You attract
We're
more flies.
very-
You attract more flies with honey than
Wait,
with
speak
vinegar.
for yourself now.
What? We are. I think we are. I think we basically want basic things, especially as we get older. We want peace. I want peace and quiet. When I go out, I'm not trying.
Some of the circles that I have, because there's guys older than me that still thrive on walking chaos.
Well, but you always gonna have that. We're in a situation where everything's not gonna be absolute.
It depends on the type of person. If you got a working man, he don't want to come home and deal with drama.
Damn it, speak, baby.
He want the house clean if you there. He want to smell the aroma of food in the driveway if you home.
Yes.
You
Because if
know,
I don't, I'm sitting in the car drinking.
Those are that a working man that he's out there. Now you got somebody a little different. You got Pookie on the couch. He been playing video games all day, and you walk in, he's looking at you like, "What you about to cook?"
All right, but what are you going to...
But you should deal.
What's
But
the fair expectation? Because see, now here's something that a lot of guys will run into, that because you hear that, right? We hear that, but then we run into women who will act like they want that for themselves, but when it comes time to coming together and making that life for themselves, it's like, oh no, I'm gonna do this too. I'm gonna keep I want to keep my career and still be a housewife or a homemaker or whatever word you want to choose for it. And so you've got the man that doesn't want to come off of his job.
if y'all got any questions for these ladies,
The other side, I
Post
think
them.
it comes down to more of what you said towards the end. It's knowing what you're looking for rather than looking at any one type. Because we can sit here and talk about the immatures, the matures, the established, the unestablished, But it's all where you are in your headspace that really matters.
Okay, but Brandon, you can't predict when somebody gonna change.
You can't change anybody.
Oh, anything about predicting when somebody's changing, that's the whole point of
But
dating.
you can't
to find
change
out
anybody.
Whether you stay in it long enough to find out whether your goals match up.
But,
Right,
here,
but
but here,
when your goals don't match up, what? You bail out if that's something that you cannot handle. You don't stay there for 10 years.
right. If a guy, just like you said, is he working towards his career? Mm-hmm. If old boy sitting down there saying, I want to be Jay-Z, I'm playing video games, I'm playing Madden and whatnot, and driving your car, driving you to work. Mm-hmm. You can't expect to change him. This is what he is. You can't be mad because one of the things as a man that frustrates the life out of me
Okay.
is
You got to
that
have money for Uber.
You gotta have money on my car. Okay.
You get a bus pass, right?
but what irritates me a lot of times is I see women who will date a guy who's garbage. I'll be quick to say when a guy is garbage.
See, I
And you know that.
understood that.
But they know he's garbage when they dating him. They know he's garbage when they sleep with him raw. And they know he's garbage when he has a kid. What? I don't get that.
When the
I don't get
relationship
that.
ain't working, it's best to get the F out. It's best to get out early if it ain't working.
Yeah, but know what you want.
Rather than to drag it out.
Right. Because I know I was married 6
And
years.
that's how it is for me. When I had my long-term relationship, I got with him at 18, and then we broke up right before I turned 24. And it was, everybody was just like, are you sure? Are you sure that's what you want to do? But I was like, I was talking about marrying this man. And I'm like, if I marry him and I know who he is already, then it's my fault. Like, I'm like, so I'm cool on that. I don't want a week right now. All we got is a dog together.
You do not want kids together. I say this all the time.
Treat you like crap, it's best to get
me
out.
and my ex-wife, only it was kind of like in reverse. Or, well, kind of inverse rather than reverse, because it wasn't other people asking me if I was sure. I was telling myself, dude, you know better. Don't do this. And I walked down the aisle anyways and was surprised when it hit the fan.
Yeah. But I think a lot of times that goes back to what I'm saying. We have to take a look at ourselves.
Accountability is
Is
a
it
lot.
Yes.
That was the main part. Like when I broke up with my ex, still a good guy, love him to death. But when I broke up with him, I had to take a look at myself. Why am I? Even now, I'm like, okay, I'm done with dating for a minute because it's going really bad. I'm like, what am I doing to attract this kind of energy? Like, what can I do better? So I'm taking a different kind of approach, but accountability is like, it's painful because you don't want to admit that, you played a part in certain things, but now that I'm on the other side of it, I'm thankful because that's how I changed. That's how I made better strides. And that's how I'll be an amazing wife and maybe somebody's mother one day. Okay. Because I sat here and I talked and I went through this so young.
So what do you think is the qualities as a wife that I'm gonna start with you, because everybody said, from what I understand, tell me if I'm wrong, everybody want to be married. That's the whole goal. And they feel they're marriage material, right?
Well, the difference is I don't want children.
Right now, I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not.
You want to be
like
married with
that.
no children.
Right.
Okay.
Of my age, I would like a companion because I don't want to grow old by myself.
Right. You don't want to be taking kids out of diapers. You're going into diapers. That's not a good look.
My God.
Man. Dude, that's the truth. Where's the lie?
Everybody don't end up in diapers. That's old.
Man, okay, so basically you're eating, the kids coming eating solid food. Now you eating mush.
Now we know part of his
That's
problem.
better.
He got such a bleak outlook for
Yeah, I'm trying to be positive, man.
No, I'm talking about having kids. I'm talking about having kids when you're
I
old.
want to be at least in shape when I get older. I'm just saying that for companionship, I don't want to grow old alone.
Yeah.
You come from the Stephen Wright School of Comedy?
Who's Stephen Wright?
We don't know.
I'm about to look him up.
Look Stephen Wright up on YouTube.
Anybody who knows Stephen Wright is, let the brother know, because
How old are you?
I'm 44. Be 45. Hold on. October 20. Oh, continue.
Did you?
I'll be
have access
45
to
October
cable TV
21st. So
in the 80s?
therefore, my Cash App is.
You have access to cable TV.
Yeah, I got it.
TV in the 80s.
In the 80s, no, I didn't watch. You know, I was in the 80s. I didn't watch too much stuff in the 80s. I was a shelter kid.
What? Now Schoolhouse Rock?
Schoolhouse Rock, he's a chip off the block. Everybody. Yeah, I watched that. I watched Sunday morning. Saturday morning.
I was a sheltered
Bugs
kid
Bunny
too,
one
but the nice thing about cable TV is when the parents ain't in the room, you don't have to look away.
Well, I didn't have cable TV. I was too busy trying to get trying to get 3 and 4,
Right.
trying to get
Yeah.
unscramble it so I can see.
That was before they had
Is that it?
24-hour
Is that
television
it?
back
Yeah,
in those
right.
days, yeah.
When Benny Hill was okay. No.
Benny Hill.
Okay.
Oh my God.
classic.
Okay, so we're about to head on out of here now. So what I would like everybody to do is say a short 1 minute. Say hello, and what makes you special. So you can start.
Me.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
You and Deshaun hate me, don't you?
Well then, what makes him special is that we hate him.
What makes me special?
You hating already? Come on,
What
man.
makes me special? For better and for worse, I am unlike anyone else you will ever meet.
That's what's up.
Man.
What about you?
Okay, that sums it up.
Man. Oh, wow. Come back to me.
Okay. What about you?
Gotta look me up and see.
Oh, she joined the group. So y'all get that's a challenge.
One more
That's a
time.
challenge.
Let them know how they can look her up, though. Talk to them.
Facebook, ALESHA Barnes, BARNES. I guess I'll be in this group.
Yes, you will. Singles Day Detroit.
Posting something. So, yeah, ain't no need to tell you about me. Take me on a date.
Woo! Hold on.
It's scary.
To know me is to love me. Just look me up on Facebook and Instagram and get to know me and let's have a conversation. Let's go out.
Damn. Well, we know what makes you special, Lala.
I needs no introduction.
No, you don't.
Whoa.
No, you don't. She's very impressive. We all love her.
That sums it up.
And this is Fred.
It's a wrap.
It was a pleasure seeing. It was a pleasure having fun here, enjoying meeting everybody. What makes me special is y'all already know.
Because he already
What makes you
right.
special?
Hey, everybody have a good day. We'll see you. We'll see you guys next week for the live next week on Thursday. Take care.
Before y'all go.